Are fortunate today to have Eleanor Vannan with us, who is a director with the Camosun College Student Society. And we thought this was timely because students are certainly going to be having a major role to play in the upcoming referendum, as you know, on electoral reform. And we understand that Elections BC and the proponent group, Vote PRBC, are reaching out to every single post-secondary campus in BC to make sure that students are informed and that they cast their ballots. So we were very happy to hear that Camosun has publicly, the Student Society has endorsed ProRep, and we just want to start off with Eleanor telling us about how that happened.
Well, first of all, thank you, Terry, Michael, for having me. ProRep on campus. So I'm a political science student, so it is something that I spend a lot of time thinking about: electoral systems, electoral reform. And this past April, I won an election and I became one of the board members for the Camosun Student Society. And we run in a funny way. We almost run for cabinet positions, and we have little areas of focus. And then once we're on the board, we branch out into other things. So I was elected as the Student Wellness and Access Director, which means I handle students with disabilities and mental health. Once I was on the board, I was given the position of chair, and I was also put on the Campaigns and Advocacy Committee. So ProRep on Camosun, or at least as far as the Student Society is concerned, it really started at one of those campaigns and advocacy meetings. And it started because we were talking about the municipal elections and how we needed to find a way to get students more involved in municipal politics. And we were sitting around and we were talking about, you know, some of our own issues with politics and what we're seeing. And I've been deeply involved with proportional representation for a while, and I said, we've got this referendum coming up. The municipal elections, it's important. They're important. We need to put energy into that. But we have this opportunity, and from my perspective, it's a once-in-a-generation opportunity. I don't think I will see another referendum like this until I'm a very old woman. So it's a now or never thing for me. And it was that moment that we decided, okay, we need to bring this to the larger group and see how we are going to advocate for electoral reform on campus. And then when it came to the larger group, this question came up: do we have the mandate from the students for this? And a few people said, we need to be listening. We need to listen to our student body. And we kind of went back and forth with that. And we stopped for a second and we said, there are times to listen and there are times to lead. And this was a moment for us where we said, you know what? We won the election. We have a mandate to lead the student body, and this is a moment where we need to be showing some leadership. And so that's why we came out in support of proportional representation, because as a group, we looked at what our current electoral system does for students and what a proportional representation electoral system would do for students, and we said, this is more beneficial to our students than first past the post is. And now is the time for us to stand up and work and educate our student body on how this is going to positively impact their lives.
Wonderful.